Welcome to episode 30, that was awful, of the Roast Podcast. The 30th episode is a milestone app. You've got to call it a milestone.
Got it, exactly.
The big 3-0.
Although we could have said the same about 25.
And it's windy. Yeah, 25. Well, that was an amazing episode. How the hell are we going to beat that? That was the social battery one.
Was it? I thought
Yeah. 25 was the social... And that is the highlight of episode 30 right there.
Hell yeah.
So this was just for the intro. And I might set it up later on in the podcast. How have you...
Fork go.
Oh, it's inside the box.
There it is. It's just
And there's an extra.
Yeah.
Have you been in the last 5 minutes?
How have I been in the last 5 minutes? Not too bad. How about you? I've been a little bit cold. I've got to drink the water.
I've been freezing. We're not in our proper studio where there's no background noise. We're outside. We're at the footy oval. There's some people screaming. We're probably going to film here for about 15-20 minutes and then we'll go for a walk and film and record. Probably like that.
That's alright.
But I have some awesome topics to bring us home with. They're on your phone, so whip out your phone.
Which phone, buddy?
The new one?
Yeah. I need to get a case for it, honestly. Walking
Oh,
around
dude. Oh, you need a case. I can guarantee you that. I've broken a fair few phones without a case. Dude. But yeah, we had some boys, some school kids walk past and say, how's the podcast going? And I was like, yeah, not bad, man. Can't film in his house, so we're filming here. He's like, yeah, sweet. And that was the conversation. It was really riveting.
Yeah.
But
The new phone, dude.
we're on Messenger.
God, who the fuck? I'm
Bro.
being spammed by someone on Discord. What the fuck do you want?
No Discord. No, that's why I have Discord notifications off on my phone.
No, I mean I have mine off, like off and stuff. But, like,
Oh, yeah.
what the fuck?
I also have an old Apple device here because this is where we're going to read the questions off because I don't know what Apple devices.
I don't fucking. Where are they coming from?
Dude, this is...
Bullshit. Fuck me.
If the Victorian government ever put us in a lockdown in the middle of winter again, I'll fuck them up because this is fucking freezing.
Yeah.
I want to be in a warm room right now recording this podcast. Are your parents home right now?
Nah.
Oh, really?
No, well, they might be, but they're going out tonight, so.
You never know. You could bend the rules and I could enter for an hour or two.
Yeah, I don't see why not. Yeah, all the fucking. I got like 14 pings or some shit.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
We could film the second half of 30 inside your house, and I'm only in there for 30 minutes so that we don't get caught.
we could do that.
That'd be sick.
So where's my list? Here we are.
All right, here we go. Do you know how much I sacrificed? Do you know what that's from?
No.
Spider-Man, when the Green Goblin is being voted off the board from his own company, he goes, it's one of my favorite quotes, he goes, "You can't do this to me. I started this company. Do what I sacrificed." he goes from just like, I started this company, like half smiling.
Yeah, he goes fucking crazy, psychotic.
You've seen the first Spider-Man? A long time ago? With Tobey Maguire, 2002, Spider-Man live action.
Yeah, I think so.
It's one of my favourites, comic book movies. It's a great one. And that's a great quote, do you know how much I sacrificed? And you can
Wacky, fucking stupid.
That was all it was. I should keep tapping the screen, sorry.
Shit for the last time.
Yeah, the third. Oh my god, you gotta read out the third one on that list. After
poopy. What's so funny about what's that one?
So you kept quoting me this video that I've never seen that has like 30 million views of this guy with a freaking chimp.
Stinky. That's what it is.
And I watched it the other night and I'm like, oh my freaking god. Uh-oh, Stinky.
I love how at the end you can hear him fucking break character and start to laugh normally.
It's such a stupid video. Funny boo!
Funny boo! Funny
Pooping pants, funny.
Pooping pants, be funny.
Such a stupid video. Master of Disguise quote.
Oh fuck, I hate this film.
I'm not turtly enough for the turtle club. Oh
Fuck.
my god.
You're a fatty.
You are a fatty!
Fuck.
We gotta
That's a
watch the
real-
whole movie one
I'm
day
not
for a
fucking
podcast.
watching that film, dude. Goddamn.
We literally on our episode, I think it's episode like 11 or 12 of the Roast Podcast.
You watched the trailer or something?
We watched the trailer about 5 times in a row, and it's all in the podcast. I was watching it over and over and over again, and I recorded Adam's like live reaction, and the camera didn't work, of him just like so utterly appalled by this movie.
I was fucking disgusted. I was just like mortified that this was a piece of, you know, that someone made that, you know, someone put their time and money and effort into it, and it came out.
And that scene was filmed on the morning of September 11th, so not the worst tragedy on September 11th. The Turtle Club was worse.
Yeah.
Oh my god, okay, we're cancelled. we're 100% cancelled. Nah, but it's, you know, it's a classic. My favourite's at the end of the trailer where he goes, "Are you calling me an idiot?" "Yes." And he's doing the really shitty impression of some fucking dude where he's just like, "Give me a Charleston chew." Anyway.
Well, that's supposed to be the bit, isn't it? You know, master of disguise. You can be anyone.
It's so bad. The Jaws one is even worse. Give me a little, you know, and some tiny nuts. Okay, I'm done.
I'm done as well. Fuck, I don't want to hear this.
We were gonna do this in episode. We're gonna do this in episode 31 now, where I show you some really weird commercials. You don't even want to do it in episode 31.
No, can they just not be fucking betting ads?
No, they're
so
not.
Sick
They're
of the
not.
fucking
They're good.
betting ads.
There's some old classics. There's some good ones.
Alright, good.
But I got to get them together.
We just get fucking drowned by betting ads.
Betting
on
ads
TV.
are like one of my biggest pet peeves. They piss me off so much, and it's getting worse and worse and worse.
I hate them to
I detest
I mean,
them.
the only kudos I'll ever give them is that sometimes they're a little bit creative and wacky.
Yeah.
But that's only to grab your attention, and it's just like, fuck off. I can't be
Literally
bothered.
fuck off. You'd love to go to the agency and just tell them to shut the fuck up, and they shouldn't be allowed. You know what I think betting ads will go through, Adam? You know how cigarette ads promoting like cigarettes and how you should smoke them, they got banned eventually?
Yeah.
And now they have to do the anti ones?
Yeah.
I reckon betting will go down the same
God, I
path,
fucking hope so.
where they literally ban all promotion of betting because there's so many gambling addictions, and then they do anti-betting ads only anti. Because when they say gamble responsibly at the end, it's fucking pointless. Like, who the hell has just watched that ad and is going to gamble responsibly? No one.
Yeah, where they're like, get $50 back in bonus bets or something. It's like,
shut
if
the
your
fuck up.
fucking pick comes in first, second, third, or fourth, you get $50 back in bonus bets. And it's just like,
If your bank account gets drowned by us,
then it's just
we'll
like
take it
gamble
all.
responsibly, and I'm like, how the fuck are you telling me to gamble responsibly when you're basically making it so that if I fail, I still get some kind of win?
There's no,
That's
the only
not
winner
right.
is the betting companies. No one else
Fucking
wins.
stupid shit.
It's
Can't stand it.
it's like this massive. It's almost a scam to the percentage of the country that are idiots. It's like a scam to them because they don't know any better. They're going to bet on things. They don't know the odds. I had mates that went to Crown every week and lost all their money. I'm not friends with them anymore, but it's just embarrassing. But the last topic, I'm glad I remembered it now that your phone. This is such a nice screen. Glad I remembered it.
pretty good.
The phone timed out. This one's also still a classic.
Small.
I wrote down.
God, what fucking generation is this?
That
8
is-
gigabytes?
That's an iPod from 2010. That's my first iPod I ever had.
Jesus.
It's not the same one because I broke my first iPod, but that's like only the charging port I broke. Sorry. The last one, he's the guy. He's the guy.
Is this, what's it called? Spy Kids 3? I'd like to say Spy Kids 3. Yes, where they go into the fucking game.
It's one of my favorite roast podcast gags. He's the guy.
You know what? I actually kind of want to watch. Spy Kids has always been just such a fucking wacky film series.
Yeah.
Like I can remember sort of what happens in the first, right? So they go to what's his name. Turns out their uncle's not really their uncle. Their parents are spies. Floop is a madman. Help us, save us. Floop is a madman. Help us, save us. And then they go to his fucking castle. Their parents get turned into Fluglies or whatever they're called. And then what's his name? Minion, the sidekick dude, Floop's sidekick, gets turned into a fucking Flugly as well.
Third brain.
The third brain.
I think you should be focusing on the third brain, sir.
Yeah.
There is a podcast that we made. This is another callback because we're doing a lot of callbacks in this 30th anniversary, 30th episode. There was a podcast where Adam kind of tried to remember every event that happened in the first Spy Kids, and you did pretty well because you hadn't seen it like freaking 13 or 15 years.
And then so
and we're doing it all over again.
Give it another shot. Why not? And then there's like, what's his name? Machete Mechanics or whatever it is.
He's got a
fucking Nazi spy jet as his like Nazi mini jet, and they steal it off his roof. He's got a runway built on his roof in like the downtown city or whatever. And they just take off, away they go. It's like, okay, the runway's like 4 meters long, and away they
crash
go.
his freaking multi-million-dollar jet.
Yeah, the prototype jet. At least he kept the schematics for it, so he could potentially build it again. But like
into Flip's rock, they destroyed it.
They literally blew it up.
He's happy that they blew it up. He doesn't even care. I'd be freaking wringing their necks.
How did he even get back there though? Like he literally just jumps through the window that leads onto like a 100-foot drop down onto the rocks.
3 words, Adam. He's the guy.
He's the guy. Yeah, true. And then what's it called? No, I can't recall. And then the second Then Minion tries to off Flume by sticking him in the visualization room or something. The weird like green screen room that alters reality or something. It makes Flume
virtual room.
The virtual room. That's what it was.
The oval door.
The oval door, and it's got like a big hand pointing towards it. Yeah.
It's like a massive rock for a door.
Yeah, and then the 2 kids, Carmen and Junie, try to brawl their like robot counterparts, and they get absolutely fucking owned until Junie spits up the electro gum onto one of them and shocks them both, and then they get the silly spray and spray them to the wall, and they get stuck there. I remember that.
One of my favourite bits is when the floor disintegrates.
The floor collapses.
And they think that he's about to fall, and he falls on the grass, and he's just like, Antonio Banderas like, clever.
And then they think it's the same thing the next time the floor falls away, and then they just genuinely fall into like captivity.
That's right, I forgot.
They literally fall down like a chute and land at Floop's table.
I snap my fingers. And my fingers snap you.
And then one of the fucking thumb robots falls over. Of all the fucking weird minions, thumb robots.
They're all running away. One of them just runs into the wall or some shit.
Yeah, no, they walk in and then they walk backwards to like move away, and one of them like slips over.
Yeah.
I'm just like, what the fuck?
I still think it's hilarious.
So wacky.
And I'm years older.
Just such a wacky, nonsensical film. And all of the food that Floop eats are like eaten with these giant like cartoon forks and spoons, and like they're all on like bright Technicolor plates, and they're all like giant chunks and like soup, and it's like, what the fuck kind of food is this? What madman are you? Like, it's so
Your
weird.
Kids, Carmen and Junie.
And then what happens in the second one? There's like
Island of Lost Dreams.
There's I remember there's like an abandoned amusement park segment.
Well, it's not abandoned. It's that's the third one that's abandoned. The abandoned amusement park. Isn't it the beginning of the abandoned amusement park? The same one becomes abandoned in the third that was going up and running in the second. I'm 100% sure of this.
There was definitely an abandoned amusement park in one of them.
Third. The second's got the one where it's still running. Okay. And the president's daughter like goes to the top of the ride, and they're all trying to save her, and the other agents that's like freaking like Haley Joel Osment and Joel Osment's or whatever the kid's name. His sister is in it, and they're just like level 1 and you're level 2.
Yeah.
Donovan giggles.
Like, Donovan giggles. Fuck. Did somebody ring the dingster? Fuck. And then he was in the second one, and then what's his name? They went to like the island to look for like this amulet thing.
Steve Buscemi.
And Steve Buscemi was there, and he asked about God and whether or not he was.
And he asked about God.
He asked about God. He was like, "Does God, remain in heaven because he's afraid of what he's made or whatever?"
Who knows?
Yeah. And then I genuinely can't remember much more about the second one.
I know the second better than the first, so I could probably fill you in there.
And then the third, Dude, the third was my favourite. The third was so fucking wacky, right?
Was it your favourite?
I think so, honestly.
Too much CG and green
It was so
screens and
funny.
blue
It was so
screens.
funny. It's so dumb. It's just so fucking stupid
He's
as a
the
film.
guy.
As just a film, it was so fucking retarded and just out there and wacky. It was honestly like someone had a fever dream and put it into a film. So there's, I think it goes the abandoned amusement park segment, and then it's what's it called? Carmen gets lost in, like, she deep dives into a game looking for this one person who's hidden himself away in the game. She deep dives into the game and gets lost.
Yeah.
Her brain's inside the game, but her body's like stuck at the OSS. And so Junie's like, right, I'm gonna go in after her. I have to save my sister. And then it's like, okay, so he jumps into the game, and there's a whole lot of other folks there who are also playing the game, and it starts off with like a race, and they all have these vehicles that are smaller vehicles attached to larger versions of the vehicles.
I remember this.
And it's like a death race, and they all like drive along the way, and at some point Junie's on this like motorcycle, but it's a unicycle, but also a motorcycle. Like, it's got one big wheel at the front, and it's hinged on that wheel, and he's like resting behind it, and he does this like weird turn thing, like he stops and the wheel remains on, but all the rest of it swings over the edge of this precipice.
Yeah.
He's stuck there. Everyone else drives past him down this chute there, and he follows, and it's got this, and because it was designed for like weird wacky 3D shots, you know, in the cinema, the red blue glasses.
Oh,
there was all
these 3D glasses on.
There was
now.
all these weird fucking shots of like just strange shit happening. Like, that was what happened when he turned around and the back of his vehicle swung about. If you were watching with the 3D glasses, it came out at you.
Yeah.
And then it did, like, as he was falling.
I don't really remember this,
Yeah.
but it would have happened.
Yeah. And then he got to the end of the thing, and like the one girl character, the pink Asian girl, appeared at the end of the race in like this giant scorpion truck thing, trying to like suck him up the tail, and he only just managed to get over the finish line of the race on one of the hubcaps of his vehicle after it's pulled apart by this scorpion thing. So he wins the race, and he's like, okay, sick. On to the next challenge.
This is so different to the previous two Spy Kids
It's
movies.
so weird. It's so
the
weird.
complete opposite.
So
They went
fucking
a
strange.
completely different direction, which I kind of like.
So odd.
Yeah.
I have no fucking clue. And then what's it called? They get to like this sky brawling section where they're like hovering above like this endless pit, and one of them has to sacrifice themselves, so the girl gives herself up pretty much. And turns out she's like fucking, what's her name, in like Tron Legacy. She's not actually real. She's like a figment of the game system, made up as like a sentient being that came alive inside the game. So she doesn't actually die. She just like despawns from that area, and like she returns later. But it's like, and then what's it called? Junie is like fucking, he's fucking salty and super upset because this girl dies, and he gets his sister back, and she's got this weird like power glove thing on, and I'm like, I actually thought that was pretty kind of sick at the time. And it's like, but he's like, dude, why did she have to die for you?
Yeah.
Why couldn't everyone just live? And she's like, well, you know, you got me back, so there's at least a bright silver lining to it, right? And then I think there's like a part with like these giant electrical towers. I can't quite remember. But then they go to a part where they have to
Fuck if I know.
they have to snowboard down the inside of a volcano.
Oh, that's awesome.
And when they get to the end of the volcano, there's the doorway that leads to the final segment.
Well, in the second, they fall down the volcano. Remember that? They fall into the volcano, and they're just in the never-ending like falling thing.
I think vaguely, very vaguely.
You haven't
remember
seen
that.
Spy Kids 2 since you were 2.
Yeah, pretty much. And then, what's it called? They get to the final gate, and they're like, Junior, you can open it, you're the guy. And then he's like, I'm
this
not
is
actually
where
the
the
guy.
guy
And then the
appears.
actual guy appears, and he's like, step out of the
Yeah.
way. And he fucking like power blasts, he's like, and then he walks through, and he gets hit by the like electric trap, and it drains every single one of his 99 lives, and he dies. So the guy literally appears for like 2 minutes.
That's right, he does. He's only in it for like a little bit.
Gets insta-fragged by a trap because he walks in like super cocky, and then He's like lying there on his back, like singed, and then the like life counter on his chest, like turns on. It's like, and then he's like, it hits like 1, and then he's like, oh poop, and it goes to 0, and then it explodes into like digital particles. I'm like, what the? What? Why? Why is this part of the film? You could have genuinely just had Junie be the guy and like see that, like find his power, and then they go to like what's it called? They find the madman or whatever that started this game, because it's a game.
I vaguely remember the ending.
It's a video game.
The villain's Sylvester Stallone, isn't he?
Yeah, and he's in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
But he, like, somehow, they come out of the game, and then somehow Sylvester Stallone, in his fucking wheelchair, manifests a giant robot out of nothing. And it's rampaging around the city. And then they, like, get these, what's it called? Then all the, like, side characters fly in, like Minion and Floop appear.
Minion return?
Yeah, no, Minion and Floop appear. They have this, like, the big, like, ensemble shot where everyone, like, returns. And then, what's his name? The guy, does God fear what? The guy from the second film. Yeah, he appears as well. Steve Buscemi reappears.
They all return.
Donegan giggles and fucking.
This is like a Smash.
Did somebody ring the dingster?
Everybody is here.
And he's got the weird like umbrella thing that turns into a branding iron, and he hits.
That's what he did to protect the vomit from his face in the second one, when the kids are vomiting on.
I think I remember that. And it turns into like this giant branding iron, and he brands the robot, and it like has the like cartoonish like it like screams and like rides around. I'm like, what the?
But the grandpa flies in on his wheelchair that has helicopter things.
Yeah, he does. And like, what's his name? I think the dad reappears. Like the
dude, you're out of shot. Sorry.
Yeah, the dad reappears but he's working at the OSS as well, and they're in this like giant dome, right?
Yeah.
And they're standing on these itty bitty pillars that go all the way up, and he's working on like the fifth brain or something.
Yeah, I remember this.
And then he just sweeps it out of the way, and it has one of those weird 3D shots where the brain like comes towards the camera and bounces off the lens, and there's like a shatter effect. I'm like, that's super cheesy.
So
Super cheesy. And then he like rocket boots out of the glass dome and flies away and joins his kids and his wife in like fighting the.
So Spy Kids 3 has a purpose, you reckon?
Well, I mean, it's a trip and a half.
Massive trip.
Just based on what I can recall of it, but it's a trip.
It has its place in the
Spy Kids cinematic universe. I can't say that seriously.
Didn't we say that the last time we spoke about Spy Kids? We went, so part 1 in the Spy Kids cinematic universe.
Yeah, so part 1, 2, and 3 have like their bits.
My favourite's probably 2, actually.
Oh, I haven't seen 2.
We should watch it. No,
we should just binge all 3 of them. Next time I go down to your place, we'll set them all up and just watch all 3 of them.
The third I'll struggle because I don't like CG blue screen green screen movies.
It's so awful. Like
Yeah.
it's dated so badly now.
I still
but
probably
it would
like
be
all the
so,
callbacks.
It would be so funny.
Yeah,
Like just as a so bad it's good film.
100%.
I reckon it would make a good so bad it's good
Are we
film.
okay to move on to the next, or to see what else is there? You can keep talking
that's
about
all
it.
right.
Sorry, I don't. Like I said in recent podcasts, I don't want to steal your thunder when you are.
But what else is there?
recalling all
What
the
else is
greatest-
there?
Go back. There's some in episode 2 that we didn't read out yet.
The dude that does those amazing September 21st videos. What? I can't recall what this one's about.
Remember, every September 21st, he uploads a new one where he's like, September 21st time, and they're all more elaborate. And there's one with like all the kids, and they like pull down the curtain. They're like,
recall that. Yeah.
yeah.
I think I recall that now. Yeah. Wacky.
I
Wacky.
loved those videos. Every time there was a new one, I always got hyped. I think we saw one of them on the day it came out, didn't we?
Maybe.
We can't do much more here because battery just completely died. We're going to have to continue the 30th episode at your house or somewhere else.
Yeah.
If we're allowed, or if you're willing to risk it.
That should be fine.
But we're just going to record whatever we've got left with this to talk about. But the September 21st meme, we were pretty hyped for the 2018 one because I'd shown you the previous ones at yours, and you were just like, this is actually fucking lit. And the 2018 one was like, it wasn't as good as the 2017 one. I gotta review these with these. I gotta show you them again.
You know, I've remembered what you're talking about. I just can't recall each individual one.
But the other topics, don't touch my new phone.
Don't touch it. You're getting fucking shit everywhere.
It's not like you can't wipe it off. All right, yeah, there we go. Oh, Smash Mouth Fireflies, Gordon Ramsay, other great 23 memes at Adam's
2018
house.
memes.
And the one that we didn't go to, we can do later, is Why We Obsessed with the Same Stuff, Warframe, Me, Game, Speeds. So we'll start with we'll finish the podcast in the freezing cold weather at the footy oval with a topic that I think is very close to my heart, and that is, it looks like a bison's penis. What is that?
What? What's this meme?
So, in the Smash Mouth All Stars, whenever it's "Hey now you're an All Star," a Gordon Ramsay insult plays.
Oh.
Hey now you're an It looks like a bison's penis. What is that? You're an All Star. Get your game on, go, and it just goes back to the song.
Awful. That sounds genuinely like stupid.
Get that donkey out of there.
Fucking donkey.
This has gone so downhill, 30 episode. You see my name? It's on my shirt.
What meme is this? Why are we going? Oh
You remember it. You know it. You know my name. It's on my shirt.
Give me a refresher.
It's in the Gordon Ramsay Smash Mouth All Star, and he goes, "Get that donkey out of there."
Oh yeah. He's like, what's your fucking name? And then he's like, you see my name? It's on my shirt. And he's like, get the fucking donkey out of here. Get him out of the kitchen.
Get the fuck out of the kitchen. We've exhausted every topic. We've exhausted all our fucking blood pressure. We've exhausted
Pretty much. I don't know.
everything.
It's just so cold.
Thank you guys so much.
Such a breezing cold.
I hope you're freaking appreciative, whoever's watching, of us being in this freezing weather.
Yeah, even though I'm in like the thickest jacket I own, should have bought an extra layer, or even something from around my legs.
But yeah, we may as well get this out and show people. I'm going to show people what our set looks like. How about we do a little bit
Set
of
tour.
Yeah, so this is a set tour. This is what we did today in episodes 28, 29, 30. There's people actually here.
So we got to be careful.
Yeah, got to be careful with filming randoms. Because
Show them that one. That one's open.
this one, have a look at the sunset. The sunset looks incredible. That's the fuzz.
The fuzz. Pretty sure that's an ambulance.
Oh, sorry, it's an ambulance, not fuzz. And you know what? Before I go, I might have like a quick peek of the footy because my footy's in the car.
Yeah, actually, it might be a fire truck. It's a fire truck. God, I'm fucking good.
And then my house
Called
is on
it.
fire.
Called it.
Remember when my house was on fire?
Dude, I came to yours and I was like, your house was on fire, and then all of the windows were double glazed, and the fucking side of the house had been up armored.
Yeah,
with
pretty much
sheet
that.
metal. Yeah, pretty much. And I'm like, God damn,
We fucking
have
rebuilt.
they done anything to their house recently?
The house is the exact same.
They've not showed up yet.
They haven't showed up. They've come there twice in the last year. They're going to rent and redo the whole house. It's crazy.
Will they do it up to code this time?
I fucking hope so, wouldn't you? Because that's why the whole thing burnt down, because they didn't go up to code. But yeah, just a little bit of a
Stupid idiots. Yeah, that's.
had a good time.
I've had a good time so far.
It's not over.
It's not over, indeed.
What's the distance?
Off in the
Horizon.
distance. Yeah, dude. It's gonna be good. Well, what's his name's gonna be a bit upset that he couldn't join us on the 30th. But you know,
I could still continue clips and add them to them, but with just me. But that's leaving
a little bit dog. Taking roast podcast without the Adam.
Well, then you should come.
Nah.
He doesn't want to.
Had a long week, bro. Had a long week.
But we've managed to. I can't believe this table never collapsed. I'll show you the freaking connection. But there we go, guys. When we next see you, we'll be in Adam's house, or we'll finish up the podcast somewhere else.
Likely, yeah, because it's so fucking cold.
It's freezing.
I can't keep going on out here.
Yeah, my hands are gone. All right.
Yeah.
There we go. That's good. Everyone, welcome back to the Roast Podcast. We are at Adam's house here. We just did record a little bit of podcast that will be added to the podcast extras behind the scenes of episode 30. We've got out of the freezing cold weather, and we're not watching videos of betting ads.
No, I'm not.
Even though that's what you know. Stop playing videos. Fucking hell. And we're going to go to the last topic before Adam clicks on another freaking meme.
No, I'm gonna send this to you.
Okay, sending that to be the Thomas the Tank Engine meta lore video. So... we've got one more topic to get through, then I'm going to show Adam maybe a couple commercials that'll freaking blow his head apart.
Oh, can we do that 31?
Well, I'll just show you 2.
31. Awesome.
All right. But where's that last topic? Let's have a look at it. And oh yeah, there's 2 more. There's the sea rant, there's that last topic, and then there's the funny ask paddle pop commercial I want to show you. And there's
we're doing commercials 31. That way we can.
I just want to show you it.
All into one.
That's a good point. Look, okay. Look forward to episode 31, guys, where we go through every single one that I have picked out on the list that I haven't sent to him yet. But I picked out a lot on the list because I've been freaking converting some commercials recently, which was fun. The Toast podcast. Oh,
you spelled it wrong.
Toast. Yeah, that's on purpose. It's a Toast podcast.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
You can roast or toast.
Exactly. And that link, I think it's important to click on that YouTube link. We may as well. More.
It's an image.
No, you click it. Oh, you can't.
You sent me an image.
I've got to click it on my phone at the very end of the podcast when I plug out the audio. But the last topic, the one that we didn't talk about,
that's the last topic,
is why do we obsess with Warframe and me Game Boy SPs?
Is it?
That's it. That's the only one we haven't talked about. So guys, thanks for watching. You don't want to talk about your passions?
My gaming addiction.
I have a gaming addiction. It's Game Boy SPs. So yeah, that's my version of the same thing, sort of.
Mine is Rust.
Oh, so it's Rust at the moment. It's not Warframe anymore.
Rust.
There you go.
I'm a masochist like that.
I was just waiting for something, but no.
Nothing was going to happen. Rust has been my one for a while now. So
oh, nice.
That's right. I mean, it's not really, but Rust is fucking toxic and can be pretty awful. But
well, I'm into.
It has its moments.
I'm kind of into Game Boy SPs, but I was interested in them a lot recently, and then I lost interest in it.
Unfortunately,
but. We both have a Game Boy SP, actually.
I still do.
You still have yours probably in your desk upstairs. But
yep. What about yours? Where's yours gone?
It's at home in cases. There's 2 of them. And yeah, I was obsessed with them, but I'm not anymore. But that's the obsession topic. I thought we were going to deep dive into it, but I guess...
Yeah, I mean, mine's recently become Pokemon cards as well.
Pokemon cards too. My brother likes Pokemon cards as well.
What, he does now, or...
I don't know if he's still obsessed with them at the moment. He'll go back to it. But he was buying a lot of packs. He wants to buy a full freaking box, like $250
or
something like that.
A booster box.
To buy the box, yeah.
I buy those every single new set. I get one.
Do you buy a booster box?
Yeah. Me and Izzy open one each.
That's awesome. Well, Will wants to do that.
He should. They're awesome. He can get some totally sick pulls.
And yeah, it'd be great. But the last thing we'll talk about in this episode, unless you've got more of your obsession.
No, not really. Well, I recently bought a few special cards. So,
ooh.
Yeah. Well, actually, I can go and get them.
He'll go get them while I rant about the sea rant.
Yes. Fuck you, sea. Fuck, I fucking hate you. You fucking cunt. That's the sea rant.
Yeah, that's it. That's the sea rant. Nah, it's just this dude we know who's an absolute dickhead. And, yeah, that's pretty much it. We were more in the mood to rant about it the other day. I was, ready to freaking go to town to tee off on this kid. But it's not as, raw as it was, a couple days ago. If we did this podcast a couple days ago, the fire and the fury of hell would fucking rain down on this kid. There's always someone, I think. You gotta have an enemy in your life, I think. Otherwise, it's boring. Actually, no, you don't. You don't want to be a friend. You don't want to be associated with fuckwads. It's a waste of time. But yeah, it's 30 episodes of the Roast podcast. It's been a freaking journey. I'm glad that we're able to finish this one inside, because outside it was so fucking freezing. I know we're bitching a lot about how cold it was, but my God, it was cold. And, I probably am pushing it being here. So I probably got to get the fuck up before the fucking cops come and arrest me for being in someone's house. When that's not the law right now. I'm not supposed to be at other people's houses. But yeah, I got to go to a bar and meet this shitty person. See, I could add him to the podcast. At the end of the podcast, just have him in it. Just be like, yeah, this is the fuckwit we were talking about. That'd be funny. That'd be very funny. But after Adam shows his cards, I think we've exhausted. We've exhausted all topics. There's not really much more to talk about in these podcasts, other than shit that's recently happened in our lives. Just vibing really at the moment and having fun. It's so great. I was looking forward to this for so long, and it didn't disappoint. This day recording podcasts. We were going to start at 11:30, so we would have had longer episodes. So I apologize. Unfortunately, Adam was called in for work, which is really an unlucky thing. But he finished at 3, which was better than him finishing at 5. We would have been fucked if he finished at 5. So we've got a 40-minute episode, we've got a 38-minute episode, and we've got this one which will go maybe upwards of an hour. It depends. Because there will be some footage for this episode, only a little bit from later on tonight, but Adam's not coming to that, so...
You're not really going to be filming without me, are you?
Well, I promised it.
You better not.
But it was promised. It's in the run sheet.
No, fuck that.
Okay, I probably
Right,
won't.
so
I probably won't add it to the podcast.
Got some super sick cards here. Super sick. Fully sick. So...
Whoa, dude. What was that one? Reminds me of the money in Spy Kids from every country.
This is... I haven't opened it yet. I'm going to open it and properly seal it. But this is an Ancient Mew promo card. Can you fucking not do the shocked YouTuber reaction video fucking... God damn,
I love how I've done that 100 times, and only now do you just pick me up on it and go, can you not?
Yeah, just don't fucking do it, Fuck.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. So the truth comes out.
Yeah, exactly. God, watching you. Right, so...
yeah.
I'll go from the back. So this is Marowak Break, which is one half of the Marowak card there. I don't have the base version of it. Single Strike Mustard.
Mustard!
From the current Battle Styles expansion.
Am I allowed to touch them?
Well, they're in top loaders, so you can touch them. Just don't bend them or anything.
No, I won't. Oh, wow, the cases are so cool. How'd you get them in these cases?
Oh, they're open at the top, so I open them one way and put them in that. So then I've got
money from every country.
2 versions of Rayquaza EX, plus the Mega Rayquaza EX to go with them. So they've got all of these. I think this is both versions that you can get of Rayquaza EX. I don't know if there's a third one. Then from there...
Isn't it Rayquaza?
It is Rayquaza, but you can pronounce it either way.
Okay.
They sort of both count. It's tomato, really.
Yeah.
Then I've got Mega Aggron EX. I don't have Aggron EX. Oh, I do, but it's not in my pile of super sick cards. So there's this one, which I bought that one. So just because Aggron's one of my favorites, so I got that one. And then Team Rocket's Tyranitar, Japanese promo for the Celebi movie. I have this one.
How'd you get that?
Lachlan bought that for me. I originally had one, and he took it out of my deck and lost it
At least he bought
And
it for
he
you.
bought it back for me, and I was like, holy shit.
My brother
That's
wouldn't do
actually
that
super
for
sick.
my older brother.
Yeah. And then I unboxed these two. I got Stongina VMAX Rainbow Rare and Sandaconda VMAX Rainbow Rare. I unboxed the Stongina VMAX from a Rebel Clash Build and Battle, the pre-release. And the Sandaconda VMAX came from my Chilling Rain booster box. And then I bought Palkia GX Rainbow Rare and Celesteela GX Rainbow Rare. Celesteela is my favorite Pokemon, which is actually pretty funny. Like, definitive favorite, just because it's like actually super sick. And Palkia was the first legendary I ever caught, so I thought that would be pretty symbolic, pretty interesting.
Surely for the podcast we open up that Mew.
I'm not. Well, we could, although I was. Yeah, it's just.
When were you planning to open it?
What I'm going to do is I'm going to open it and immediately put it into one of these.
Do you want to just do that?
No, because after that I was then going to put it into a bag
Oh.
and send it off to get it graded.
Oh, immediately. Like instantly. Okay.
So like it spends minimal time out in the open where it could be like bent or anything. Goes straight into a sleeve, straight into a top loader, and then off in the bag to the graders, so I can get it put in, because they put them in slabs. They're called slabs, and they're big plastic containers.
Oh shit! So this could be fucking expensive.
Yeah. Well, these are potentially, like, I paid, so for the ones that I bought, right? I don't know how much this one was, the Rockets Tyranitar, because Lachlan bought that. I traded at school for the Rayquaza EXs and the Mega Rayquaza EX. Mega Aggron EX was $25. Celesteela GX was $30, and Palkia GX was $55. Sandaconda VMAX and Stongina, I unboxed them myself, but last time I checked, they're each about $40 to $50.
Oh, these two.
Single Strike Mustard Rainbow Rare is because it's from the most recent set, from one of the most recent sets. It's not too expensive, but it is certainly a very useful card, very playable. So just as a collector, it's certainly something to keep one's eyes out for, and it's pretty expensive, like just the base version.
Show that to the camera, sorry, properly, because you didn't. Oh,
This is actually like a huge top loader. So so funny story. This is the original Tyranitar that Lachlan took and lost. We managed to find it again. And so that's why this one's a little bit battered up around the corners.
Oh, so he bought you one in good mint.
He bought me a mint one, which is super sick.
Oh, so we can see all these cards. You don't have to open it up for us to see it. We can still see them.
Yeah, like the thing is, the ancient Mew, you can't see the front side of it because it came. This is a promo one. Like it's still in its original packaging, because you went to the cinemas and bought like the special like promo like popcorn meal or something, and you got one of these. Because the story in the Power of One movie, the Lugia and the Legendary Birds movie, was that the bad guy, I can't remember his name, he was collecting Pokemon relics, and he decided to collect Zapdos, Moltres, and Articuno, the Legendary Birds. And he states that the first piece of his collection ever was an Ancient Mew card. So they printed the Ancient Mew card. And you actually get to see it in the film, and it looks exactly the same as the one here. So, like, this is just the back side, and the front side looks like it does in the film, but that was the like thing. So this is oh shit. Like you can date them based on.
I thought you figured out it was fake. I was very scared.
No, you can like date them by what like thing is on the front.
Oh yeah.
So this, I believe, this was a original print one, because they reprinted them in 2001, and it's not got 2001 written on it, so that's pretty sick.
That's awesome.
Lachlan bought that for me as well, because I had an Ancient Mew originally in like a top loader sleeve, and he lost it. And
it's amazing that he's bought these for you again. My brothers would never do that for my other brothers.
He took 3 cards, right? He took my Ancient Mew, my Rockets Tyranitar, and a Skyridge Holo Kabutop Secret Rare. Now, the problem with the Kabutops Secret Rare from Skyridge is that it was designed. So if you look at the side of this one here, it's got a sidebar that's about like this wide on it. That was designed so that it would go into an e-reader. Yeah. The Game Boy came with an e-reader in Japan, and you used to be able to plug your cards into it, and it would interact with some games.
The e-reader in the Game Boy Advance?
Yes.
Oh my God.
That's what these were for.
Oh my God.
That's what the side things were for. They each did something special in the games. So the Skyridge Kabutops is both a secret rare, and it comes from a special expansion that doesn't really have any relevance in like North America or like the rest of the world, because the e-reader was only released in Japan. And versions of it go for like $300 because it's there's a mint version, like a PSA graded mint in a slab graded 10, so that means it's literally perfect, and it's $5,000.
Jesus.
So these things are fucking investments, you know.
I love Rick Harrison in Pawn Stars. The guy comes in with his $2.8 million Pokemon Charizard collection, and Rick Harrison's like, Pokemon. Honestly, that kind of collection is obscene. He offered it for $500,000 to Rick Harrison, and he ended up selling it for $2.8 million.
Did Rick Harrison buy it and sell it on?
No, Rick Harrison didn't know what it was, so he said no, and then he sold it to someone else for $2.8 million.
Holy shit. But that's like, that kind of collection of full Charizards like that, obscene. Like those, I don't know. Look, here's a hot tip from fucking like a collector or like a player. Fucking Charizard isn't the be all to end all of the Pokemon. The thing is, if there's a Charizard in the set, scalpers love them.
Yeah.
Because people fork out the ass for them, and they can buy up all the sets and sell them for like 5 times the price, and everyone will pay for them because they want the Charizard.
My brother,
it's so obscene. I'm so because there's one called Vivid Voltage. One of the more recent sets was called Vivid Voltage, and it was really good. It was a really good set. It had some really beautiful cards in it, but it came with a shiny Charizard VMAX. That was one of the calling cards, one of the special cards in it, a shiny Charizard VMAX. And you cannot buy a Vivid Voltage set anywhere because scalpers will hunt that shit down and will buy it up and then sell it on for obscene prices. It's just so awful.
With your opinion, I'm interested in like a PSA, for example, PSA graded 2 Charizard and Mewtwo second edition. What do you reckon that would go for?
Well, 2 means it's pretty battered around. Like, what's it called?
Maybe a 5. Well, I've got 2.
This one here would be like a 6.
Wow. Okay.
Maybe?
Well, I've got a perfect condition other than a bend in the middle, Charizard and Mewtwo from
base set.
Yeah, that's just 2 cards that are second edition. Would they?
They might fetch something, but
yeah, it's
honestly the validity, once they've been graded, then folks will start to really pay attention to them, because if you try and sell them before they've been graded professionally, people will be like, well, I don't know what the conditions properly like. I don't know what the don't know if it's actually real. It could be a counterfeit, and they will come up with there's all sorts of valid reasons for not paying out for really expensive cards when they've not been graded.
One of my brothers,
like these ones here, they're just kind of like not crazy ones. So, I bought them pretty cheapish. But if I was to go for like the Kabutops, I'd probably go for someone I either trust, like a trusted seller, or someone that I've heard good things about, or I'd try and find a graded one.
Exactly. Have I shown you the Yu-Gi-Oh cards at my house before?
I think there was like a box of them there.
There's a box and then there's an album. My brother wants to get all of them graded, and he wants to sell all of them, and most of them are owned by the other brother who got really pissed at him trying to sell his cards, which is a good meme.
Honestly, I would be fucking pissed too if someone tried to sell my cards. And this is only half of my like decent collection. I've got a whole load of other ones that aren't in top loaders.
That's so cool. Have you still got the ones from when you were a kid? Or are they all gone?
I do, but I've sort of cored that book that I had because the sleeves were falling apart and I couldn't get.
What did they take it from Matt? A lot of them. Did Matt pinch a lot of them?
Yeah, Matt did.
That happened.
Matt was a fucking thief. He took a whole load of them, and then when he stopped caring about them, I took them all back. They're all in a box up in my room. So I've got like 30 cards up in there. And some of them are pretty good looking ones. Some of them aren't like the best, but like these are definitely my best ones. Like for sure.
Speaking of Matt, I just realized there's a video. I've got so many videos of Matt and I when I was younger, and there's one where he pretends to eat like a berry and like choke and die from it. I have these really weird videos where he just pretends to eat it and dies. Because we did like a freaking MasterChef parody where it's like the opening credits, but we fucking eat some ridiculous shit and then die from eating it.
So obscene. And then you fucking pushed him into the pool and fucking embankment. You abused my brother on God. Like, for real.
I did. I fucking did for my own entertainment. Nah, Matt's a legend.
Then you hit him with the fucking, what's it called, hole in the wall decoy and he fell in the pool again.
Hole in the wall?
Yeah, don't you remember?
Yeah, no, I remember hole in the wall.
Oh, went through a phase where you were like, hole in the wall, best game show.
Of course, I went in a phase with every crappy Australian game show, and I still go through those phases. Autism. Okay.
Deal or no deal?
I still, somewhere on a hard drive, have a video that Matt and I made where we played Deal or No Deal.
You had the little game thing of Deal or No Deal.
Mate, I had all of it.
You bought all the fucking junk for it.
So... Shut up.
Wasn't there a DS game made for it?
There might have been, but I never got the DS one.
I swear I had it. I swear I had it on an R4.
No way! If you could find that, I'd love to.
There's no way I have the R4 still, but like, I guarantee there was a Deal or No Deal game on that R4.
Yeah, let's see Deal or No Deal DS. It would be the American one. It wouldn't be the Australian. It's definitely the Deal or No Deal game in the arcade.
Yeah, there's a video game.
4.5 out of 5. It actually has a good rating. Let's go to click on the actual DS game. Picture.
This is.
I'll go back.
Made for.
No. Go Howie Mandel.
Available on Microsoft Windows, Game Boy Advance, Nintendo DS, Wii, iOS.
I'm dying. The HSB. Yeah.
Download it right now.
No, go to the picture of the Nintendo DS game. That it's that one. Further up. Yeah, the second one. And show it to the camera.
I swear this wasn't the original, like, fucking...
I don't know if that's the cover art.
There's no way this is the actual cover art. That's just so fucking corny and cheesy, you know?
It's just so pointless. It's just opening. The one in the arcade is actually insane because it's for the tickets and it's like a fucking rush. Every time you play it, you're like, oh my God.
That's because it's actually Deal or No Deal.
Yeah, it's
but
like
with
the
tickets
real
instead of
thing.
money. So like,
it's so cool, that arcade. Yeah, I would literally, if I was rich, I'd just buy that and have it in my house.
But then you wouldn't be able to win the tickets.
No, I'd put it through. I'd put all the tickets in it.
Yeah, but...
And then I'd have toys hung up in my house, and you get the tickets, you get the toy. And in usual fashion of those places, you get like 5,000 tickets, and they go, "Oh yeah, here's a fucking keyring." Fuck. I'd love to fucking. Oh yeah, for Matt's birthday, I went to fucking what was it? The one on the freeway near the golf course. That has all the tickets and it has the go-karts inside and the laser tag.
Sidetracked.
We went to Sidetracked. I remember that. That was
$12 for a Deal or No Deal DS.
Awesome. 12. I'm buying that. I'm buying Howie Mandel with that smirk.
It is the.
Is there one on Game Boy Advance? There probably isn't.
There is. There's a version on Game Boy Advance.
Get fucked. Oh, there's an Australian one. Oh no, that looks so cringe. Oh, I'm gonna die.
I
$49.95.
I love how there's fucking, what's it called? Love how all the fucking big game shows were like, you can win $1 million, and then in fucking Deal or No Deal, it was only 200,000.
So bad. Continue talking about Deal or No Deal. I'll be right back. Keep talking to the mic. I need to get something.
I remember there was some fucking wacky shit that happened sometimes at the end of the games. Where are you going?
I need to get something. Just keep talking.
Oh my god, bro. That's not fair. Deal or no deal? Nice. Did you know that only 4 people have won 200,000 off Deal or No Deal?
Huh?
Did you know that only 4 people have won 200,000 off Deal or No Deal?
Yeah, I know all the names of them.
Yeah, of course you do.
I've seen the first one is crazy. I'll show you the video of the first one.
What? Fucking no way. There's 222,000 episodes. 2,222 episodes. There's no fucking way.
Wait, it went from 200,000 episodes to 2,223. All right, close your eyes.
Oh my god, you actually bought it. Does it work?
When I was a kid, I got this. Are you ready, Adam, to play
Hold on.
Deal or No Deal?
Yo.
All right, you ready? This is round 1. Open 6 briefcases. You gotta click on the arrows in the center.
Picked.
This is in my glove box in my car, and just to meme my friends, I go, "Oi!" When their phone dies, I go, "Oi!"
4,000.
Go into the glove box. There's something special in there, and they go in and they find the fucking Deal or No Deal. Because all my mates know that I was obsessed with this show when I was a kid. Oh, you lost the 50 cents. Good stuff.
Nice. That's what we like to see.
While you're choosing some cases, I want to tell. So Adam and I had to fucking spend not hours. It took about 10 minutes to pack all the stuff away from filming the podcast at the Footy Oval, and I put my HSP on the roof and then forgot about it. We both missed it because it was dark, and I drove to Adam's house, which is like, a kilometre away, not even, and the HSP was fucking intact still on the roof.
Yeah, that was some fucking cool shit.
One of the funniest things. I'm still laughing at it, as you can see. Bank offer. Oh, I think you should take a deal. No deal.
No deal.
I love JonTron where he's just like, he's reviewing the Deal or No Deal. He just goes, Deal or No Deal? No deal. And that's it. Oh!
No!
I just want that clip. I want that clip just... No!
No, dude. I got fucked.
What'd you just lose?
3,000.
Oh. Gee, it made it sound like it was a big loss.
Calculating.
What's the bank offer? Bank offer is 5,000. Oh, I'd take that deal.
No deal. Let's see.
You are
very no.
Dude, when I found this in the shops, I was like, no fucking way. When I was a little kid, it was the most exciting thing ever. And the batteries in it have lasted 13 years.
God damn.
And they're these tiny little batteries, and they still haven't died yet. I don't really know how, but anyway.
That's awesome.
The freaking device should be dead as well, let alone the batteries.
Good round.
You can almost play this out of the car. I think Dan actually played it out of the car, and everyone was like, what the fuck? Because it's actually loud speakers, aren't they?
Yeah, it is kind of
It's
loud.
not a bad speaker for a little fucking device.
Shit toy or whatever. God damn. Getting
I can't remember how much this costed. Must have been a birthday present or something. Oh, he's still got the 100, the 75,
Still
and
got the big
50.
hundy. Still got the big hundy.
He lost the 200, but he's in a good position. Show the camera what the screen looks like now. We need to close that. Oh, before you say no deal, there we go.
That's what it looks like.
Yeah, sweet.
And I'm hitting a no deal. I'm getting Joe Biden.
He has not. I love how you said Joe Biden. He lost it. Joe Biden, 100,000. Oh, he's
Biden.
getting wrecked. You lost the 50 as well. The 75, and now you've only got the 50 left. Deal.
Fucking bullshit.
PKs.
What the fuck? The game's rigged. Fucking stupid.
I love that my mate was about to win the 200,000 playing this. And he's like, dude, I'm going to win the 200,000. And he won $5.
No deal. I swear there were screens in the briefcases so that they could change them on the fly.
No, there wasn't. They couldn't do that. I'm going to stop the audio.